Hey guys, Shelby Smith with Jiminy Crickets here to address one of the most commonly asked questions that I get from new cricket growers, typically for those growers that are raising on a very small scale, either to just have a little cricket supply for themselves to eat or for any kind of specialty pet that they might keep. So think like bearded dragons or geckos or frogs or things like that. The most common question I get is, what do you use for substrate in the bottom of your cricket bins? The answer is I don't use a substrate. They're not necessary. The substrate doesn't actually add any value and in fact might impede some things as far as detecting issues like mold and humidity or die-off or the presence of predators or things like that. So I don't use any substrate, no vermiculite, no anything like that. And you don't really need it either. What you definitely do need to prevent things like cannibalism, keep your crickets happy, but honestly mainly to prevent cannibalism, is you need plenty of surface area. So the things that we use for that are clean egg flats, but other things that you could use, that you could find around the house if you don't have access to cheap or abundant sources of egg cartons and egg flats. You can use paper towel rolls, you can use cardboard, just anything that the crickets can hide in the nooks and crannies and gather around. And like I said, just make sure that you have enough space for the amount of crickets that you keep in a bin. If you are keeping a population of 500 or more, you're gonna want to have quite a few egg flats. It's better to be on the safe side of having too much space, if there is such a thing, rather than having too little, because again, you will have problems with cannibalism. So, to recap, you don't need a substrate on the bottom of your bin. You can get away with just a plain plastic bin or glass aquarium, whichever one you're using. But just do make sure that you have plenty of structures, preferably paper-based structures, for your crickets to hide in so that they don't start eating each other. Like I said, we personally use egg cartons or egg flats, but whatever you have laying around, if you have some old Amazon boxes are laying around, you can cut those up and you can fold them up to make a few more corners for them to gather. Hope this helps. If you got value from this video, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. As always, if you have any questions, please drop those comments below. If it gets asked often enough, I will absolutely do another video to address it. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for being here.